What's up, gamers? Today we're going to be looking at some YouTuber TV shows. Because despite me being a longtime fan of all of the channels that I'm about to talk about and the Annoying Orange, I've never actually gone out of my way to watch any of these. But there have been a lot of YouTubers who have made the jump from the internet to TV, so I narrowed it down to just 6 shows from channels I've actually watched before. And I made sure to watch at least a few episodes of each just so I could get like a proper vibe for each series. And I watched a few of these with my bestie George because he's a lot funnier than I am, so I'll put some of our reactions throughout the video so you get a break from listening to me all the time. So, let's talk about YouTube Red. 8 years ago, YouTube decided that their site that everyone uses because it's free should enter into the paid streaming service wars. And what did they have to compete against Netflix's $50 million shows like Stranger Things? And so in October of that year, they launched their own service with a series of originals like Scare PewDiePie, Vsauce's Mindfield, Laser Team by Rooster Teeth, and a whole bunch of other stuff that makes me feel very out of touch because I have no idea who any of these people are. I actually had YouTube Red for a little while after it first launched. Because there was like a period where, because I guess no one was buying it, YouTube was like offering a free 3-month subscription to it that I ended up forgetting about and accidentally paying for a little while. And yet not even once during that period did I watch a single one of their original shows. It was more all the other stuff that you got with Red that was the real selling point. Like, you got no ads, obviously. You can play videos in the background on mobile or while your phone is off, which I've used way more than you might think. You can download videos to watch offline without giving yourself like a billion viruses, and you get access to the YouTube Music app. And as one of the 5 current day users of YouTube Music, I have to be honest, it's actually pretty good, and they're not even paying me to say that. For a while after that, YouTube Red would continue to be supported by millions of dollars worth of content, which was money well spent, because there's nothing too notable here that I think any of you would care about. Not to say that there's like no good shows on here, but there were clearly none that were like popular enough to have them not shut down their original programming entirely last year. And even after they changed the name to YouTube Premium to make it sound less like a porn site. So let's start with one of YouTube Red's original flagship series, Scare PewDiePie.
How's it going, bros? This is PewDiePie. You're about to watch me get the absolute shit scared out of me.
The basic premise of the show is that a bunch of producers show up to PewDiePie's house to kidnap and torture him for our entertainment. It's definitely got that like reality TV show Vine Boom kind of editing, and there's definitely parts where you can tell it's been like embellished for the sake of making it seem more exciting.
Okay.
Like in the first episode, for example, which is easily the weakest one, all of the other episodes in the show are about him like competing in challenges that they set up. But in this one, it's like a prank show where they pretend like he doesn't know he's on TV yet and bring him to a hospital for a doctor's appointment where they have a bunch of paid actors terrorize him. And the whole time, Felix is just like so awkward and uncomfortable with everything going on around him that I am so convinced they added this fake heart rate monitor thing just to try and make it seem more exciting. In every other episode of the show I saw, the challenges were based on like some of the games he's most well known for. There's an Alien Isolation one, where he and Markiplier have to escape an alien ship while being repeatedly electrocuted. But then there are some more generic ones, like the 4th episode, where he has to get through a maze without going above a certain level of decibels, which he fails almost immediately.
If you scream above 80 decibels, you will
There's also this recurring gag about like a super fan that keeps breaking onto the set to try and fuck him.
I'm your biggest fan. I know you have a girlfriend. Yeah. I know that. I get that. But I think I can make you happy too. Or we could have a threesome.
Which was very uncomfortable.
I'm sorry, Nikki. It's not real love.
Okay, next up we have MatPat's Meth Lab.
I'm MatPat.
This one is basically, they get a bunch of YouTubers to take part in challenges based on real-life recreations of video games. And if you're gonna say that sounds exactly like Scare PewDiePie, shut up. Like, the first episode is based off Mirror's Edge, and they have like a couple of the guys from Smosh games doing parkour and trying not to fall off a building. This was also one of the shows that I watched with George, so he's finally gonna show up now.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory.
Welcome to...
No,
what?
what's the best? Give it your best shot.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory.
No, you sound... See, that sounds like you're a little bit too happy. It doesn't sound like you've sludged through the FNAF lore.
Yeah, sure.
10,000 years.
Alright. Hello, Internet. Today we're going to be working on the diameter of Freddy Fazbear's rectum.
I can't be expected to fail at parkour all on my own. Lucky for me, I have a couple friends who are along for the ride.
I want this show again, but with like really controversial YouTube. Like it's just fucking...
We got EDP 445 to play Pocket Playtime. I thought this one was enjoyable enough. It's definitely like my least favorite of the YouTube Red shows that I watched, but that was definitely because George was distracting me the entire time.
Okay, that's why you blow.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, here it comes.
Watch out for the pigeon.
Great commentary. Oh, there he goes. That's not literally what we're doing. Shut up.
As I said to him, I would totally have watched this if it was something that was on after school. It's got the exact same vibe as like the sort of shows that I would watch instead of doing my homework.
I could see myself watching this after school if this was on TV. Would I pay a service fee every month to watch this?
Sorry, so you're saying that if you had to, and there was
Nothing
no
else
other
to watch.
entertainment that you physically had access to,
Pre-streaming services.
tolerate this.
Absolutely.
Is that
I would,
high
as
praise?
a child, I would have. Let's put that on the poster.
High praise. Tolerated if absolutely required.
It's honestly a neat idea for a show. I think we just picked the worst ones to watch. They did a Metal Gear episode and a Rocket League one, but the only ones I saw were the Mirror's Edge one and the FNAF one, obviously. Except the weird thing with the FNAF episode was that it actually had to be based on the fan game Five Nights at Candy's, because MatPat says in the episode that they couldn't actually get the rights to FNAF because of the movie coming out.
Five Nights at Freddy's in less than 2 years.
That's not the game, is it?
I don't know, bro. I just watched the MatPat videos.
In the episode, they basically just chuck them in an actual pizzeria and make them play Five Nights at Freddy's, which you know must be hard if even MatPat can't do it.
No. Okay.
Why is he standing like that?
Throwing it back while the...
Oh no, Foxy, don't eat this. Don't eat all this cake, Foxy.
Chica, no, what are you doing?
Chica.
Stop, don't do that.
Chica, don't take a bite, Chica. Don't make this the bite of 23.
So you were hoping to scare the animatronics away using the
I
button.
was actually hoping to turn them on. That was my strategy.
Worked on me, bro.
I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that the guy that made fucking How Big Is Luigi's Penis would have the horniest YouTube Red show. Okay, I get that that's not selling you on YouTube Red, okay? But how about a sitcom by Smosh called Part-Timers? And look, I know Smosh doesn't have the best track record with their film and TV projects, like with the Smosh movie and Smosh Babies. To be fair, Smosh is very vocal about how much they fucking hate the Smosh movie.
All right, who's ready to get tortured?
Part-Timers is about Ian and Anthony and the other employees at a Chuck E. Cheese style restaurant where all of them regularly get into crazy hijinks because they're all insane. The episodes are only about 10 minutes long each, so they're very easy to get through. Like, I made it halfway through season 1 without even meaning to, because after a while I kind of just stopped taking notes and started getting into it. Our cast of characters sees Anthony as Anton and Ian as Ian, the manager and mascot of the restaurant. They also have Noah from Smosh playing Pete, who was like the newly hired guy, Laurie, the extremely horny assistant manager, Ella and Dinger, who I am afraid of,
Open wide and I'll spit in your mouth.
and Mads, Pete's love interest. And the series ends with her death from falling off the restaurant roof and being run over by a car. She becomes a ghost and Pete has to have sex with her to set her free.
You want me to release your soul into all eternity using only my penis?
You also have Anthony spying on 2 of his female employees in one episode because he thinks they're dating.
I just want to let you know I am in full support of your relationship, especially if you tell me everything about it.
That was certainly a choice. Again, if Part-Timers was a show that had been on after school, I would have totally watched the shit out of it. I could totally see this being right at home alongside all of the other shows I used to watch after school, if not for all of the gratuitous sexual references.
Guys, I'm pretty sure I just sharded.
Like in the 3rd episode, Laurie listens to like an erotic novel that then turns out to be by the epic voice trailers guy.
Hot and raw.
Excuse me?
Your meats, they're hot and raw.
Who is also their health inspector, and then they fuck. You know, the completely normal, typical things that you would come up with in a writer's room.
Do you think these are funny? Oh, God.
This is a really good show.
The last of the YouTube Red shows that I wanted to talk about is Good Game, starring Daniel Averdaniel and Egoraptor from Game Grumps, who I am a big fan of, so I might be a little biased, but...
They made a job out of doing the thing that not having a job used to look like.
Probably a MOBA.
It goes without fucking saying, man.
Whoa, they say fuck in this one?
Whoa.
Whoa, this one's for big boys.
I knew that from the bomb.
That's a good point.
This one easily has like the highest production value out of any of these. Like it's almost like a real show, which is weird because like out of all the shows you would think they'd give the highest budget to, you wouldn't think it would be the Game Grumps show, right?
And I'm here today with their coach, Steamin' Seaman. I'd actually prefer Steamin'. I came up with that name when I was 15 years old.
It's really well put together for the standard of YouTube Red series the other ones have gotten me used to. It got to a point where George and I just stopped talking and just started enjoying it.
Whose money are we paying him?
Yours, you dick.
We'll get sponsors. You're a dick.
Good one.
You're a good one.
Sorry, I'm just really engaged.
Yeah, I'm
started enjoying the episode.
Yeah. The production value is good. The jokes hit kind of hard.
I'm sure that animal was a dick.
It's good. Terry Crews is in it for some reason.
And I'm Terry Crews, and I'm so excited to be here. I don't care what I have to smell.
Is that Terry Crews?
That's actual Terry Crews. Man, Terry Crews, those paychecks must be running must be dry, bro.
Oh yeah, right. So the premise is basically that Aaron and Danny have to assemble a League of Legends esports team because they are completely broke, consisting of Dan as the coach and Aaron as Ryland, who is meant to be like an old League prodigy. There's usually a pretty clear contrast in these shows between like YouTubers and actual actors. Not, okay, that came out wrong. Like people who have been acting a lot longer, you know what I mean? But I think in this one, Danny and Aaron fit in really well. Like this was the easiest one to sort of just forget I was watching YouTubers in a show. Good Game was produced by Dan Harmon as well, like the guy who made Community and one half of Rick and Morty. And his like style of humor works really well for a show about gamers.
All we have to do is write a list of words that we won't say in practice, and we can avoid hurting each other's feelings.
Okay, so now we have 2 more that came out outside of YouTube Red, because you guys know me. There's no way I'm not going to talk about the Annoying Orange show. The High Fructose Adventures of Annoying Orange was a cartoon, using that term very liberally, that aired on Cartoon Network for 2 whole years with a total of 60 episodes. It does have Tobuscus in it as the janitor at the supermarket that the show takes place in, which was like the only reason that I tolerated it as a kid for any more than 15 seconds. You guys all know how much I love the Annoying Orange on this channel, so forcing myself to watch this was an entirely enjoyable experience.
Okay, so maybe we shouldn't be swimming in mystery goo.
Stop being such a party poop hair.
I may be uncool, but at least I'm safe.
Pear's a fucking narc.
Weird side effects.
I think it definitely has to have the record for the highest body count out of any Cartoon Network show I've ever seen.
Come on, grapefruit. Put the zucchini down.
As you wish.
Oh my fucking god. He just killed him. I'm just gonna say we have a body count of 3 in a Cartoon Network show in 3 minutes of this one episode.
And you know the worst part is they've all been malicious. Like it's not like they're accidental, like that's fucking he intended to murder him.
Do you think they had to sit down with the Cartoon Network execs and be like, so Grapefruit's gonna body slam this broccoli into the ground?
I'm trying to sell that in a pitch meeting. Alright, so we have this grapefruit, and it's a PNG of a grapefruit, but we're gonna superimpose a mouth. I swear to God, the kids love this. We're gonna superimpose a mouth.
Yeah.
Then some liquid fluid is gonna leak out of Tobuscus's asshole from the roof, fall into the water, and then they're all gonna get superpowers. Hold on, it gets better.
Hey, get your phone away. But this show was like a surprisingly big hit, because Wikipedia tells me that the final episode had, brace yourself, 3.56 million viewers. And I need you all just to watch George and I go insane at finding out this information. Do you want to know? Actually, do you want to guess how many millions of viewers the last episode of this show had? It was actually really successful. The final episode of this show had 3.5 million viewers. That is, like, I don't know, that's probably not Adventure Time level, but that is way higher than it should be.
So the debut of Adventure Time had 3 million. Are you telling me the start of Adventure Time had less viewers than the Annoying Orange finale?
There's no way.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my fucking Christ.
Maybe the later seasons?
Yeah, what's the last season?
Oh my Christ.
What's the last episode?
Oh my god.
Is this globally or just in the US?
US. Okay, that's just the US. Alright.
Alright, and then the Annoying Orange, that was globally?
So the debut of season 5 of Annoying Orange, of Adventure Time, had
still less
viewers than the final episode of Annoying Orange.
Hold on. This is why good things don't get made. This is why good media dies.
But it is important to note, there is absolutely no source cited for this number. There is no source. You're making it up.
They've just made it up.
You've made that up. Like, we don't know if those are like international ratings or what. And the other number at the bottom saying that the show averaged 2 million viewers an episode has 2 citations that both lead to deleted articles. So at this point, I don't know what to believe. Even more so after seeing the cast list.
Slash Kylie Minogue
as no one.
Carly Rae Jepsen.
Jim Parsons.
What? Weird Al Yankovic. Seth Green! What am I Gilbert Godfrey?
Army Hammer? Tony Hawk?
as ripe rhymes.
What is going on? I don't believe this is fake. This is a fake Wikipedia page.
Nah, this has to be
This is
wrong.
a bit.
This has to be a bit.
Am I like reading a list of people who like got divorced and needed to pay for child support? Okay, and last but not least, I wanted to have a look at the Odd Ones Out's Netflix show Oddballs, which I have not heard great things about, I gotta be honest. But it did get like a whole 2 seasons though, and you know, considering this is Netflix, for something to get a 2nd season, it must have been alright. Rest in peace, Bean Puppy Cat and the Midnight Gospel and Inside Job. Oh wait, never mind, no, it got cancelled too. I love you, Netflix. Visually, Oddballs is great, but it's definitely aimed at like a much younger audience than me. So it's not like something I would watch all of, but there were some random visual gags that made me laugh sometimes.
I'm finding it hard to root for your character in this episode.
It's got that regular show kind of episode structure where everything starts out with them having a normal everyday problem that then devolves into complete and utter insanity by the end. The first episode, for example, is about James and his crocodile friend who are sick of their toaster burning their toast, so they accidentally bring to life a baby toaster that then turns evil and tries to kill them.
So, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go give Toasty his bath.
Like in episode 4, they meet a time traveler named Echo who cuts in line to get some ribs, but then it turns out that the chefs making the ribs are actually bug aliens who were trying to eat them the whole time. I know it sounds like I'm making all of this up, but I swear to God I'm being serious.
Wait, hold on a sec, wait.
The whole world that the show is set in is like populated by all of these different creatures, and the show actually does have an explanation for it in that they're all like horribly failed genetic experiments.
And I slept like a failed genetic experiment gifted with human intelligence and voice.
Well, that's an oddly specific metaphor, considering that's exactly what you are.
And like, James and his parents are the only ones who look the way they do. Like, there are normal humans in the show, which also, I guess, implies that his entire family are also, like, lab experiments.
Sorry, honey, can't hear you. Too much
Alright, I'm gonna leave it there so this video doesn't get too long. There are plenty I missed, like, yes, I know there's a Fred TV show. I also don't think I talked about a single female creator. I'm gonna chalk that one up to child me being afraid of girls. Sorry. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.